Everybody, I thought I'd do a quick video on how I rig a Zoom Super Fluke. I've had a lot of really good success on this lure. In the KBS Classic down in Guntersville a couple years ago. Most recently I fished it at the KBF National Championship down in Shreveport, swimming this over the weeds on the edge of the lake that I was fishing on, and got a lot of really good fish. So when I rig this up, I use an Eagle Claw laser sharp 4/0 offset round bend worm hook. Has the size that I like. I like the weight characteristics of that and how it holds the plastic in the water and has that descent. Plan to do a video later on how I fish it, so we'll just go over the rigging in this one. So if you're not familiar with this plastic, it has a flat back, which I use to text post the hook, and then the belly of it is open, allows that hook to be able to penetrate up through there and get a good hook set in when the fish takes that into its mouth. So to get this set up, I'll hold it like this here, and I'll bring the hook into the nose of the lure, and then I put the shank and the line tie on the belly side, and I'm going to bring that hook down in, and I'm going to pop it out just a little bit before that split in the belly. So you can kind of see there, go right down the middle and pop it out there, and then I'm going to bring this all the way up and allow that offset to hold the nose on there, and that gives that knot a little bit of protection as the plastic comes over there and covers that. So you can kind of see where that hook's going to come into the body of the plastic. So then I'm going to go ahead and push that hook through. All right, so again, trying to go pretty close to the center of the plastic there. And then to make that weedless, I'm going to go ahead and expose that hook down in there, and that's how I fish it. It's completely weedless, and if you do get a little bit of something on there, you can give it a quick pop through the water, and it'll shake any kind of weed off there or anything like that. So there's 4 colors that I like to use. The one you see me holding here is a smoked shad. I also like to use a white pearl, which is just a solid white. I like to use some chartreuse on the tail when I use that color. Same thing on this albino. I have a couple lakes near me that I like to use that on, and I put a little bit of chartreuse on the tail, kind of give it that bluegill effect. And then the color that I was using down in Shreveport this last time was this watermelon red flake, and then I was taking this and dipping it halfway up the body into some red JJ's Magic. They really seemed to be triggering on that red color when I was down there on the lake that I was fishing, so that seemed to help me quite a bit. One of the other things that I'll do, particularly on the smoked shad, which is this gray, dark gray back with a lighter gray belly and a little bit of sparkle in there, is I'll take a little bit of JJ's and I'll put that onto a Q-tip, and I did this down on Guntersville. I kind of put that in the section where the gills would be, and kind of give it that red bleeding gill look to it. I think it's just a little bit something different, set it apart from all the other lures these fish are seeing all the time. So it's a little bit something I do to set it apart, and it works well for me. So hopefully you learned a little bit of something about this. Again, this is a Zoom Super Fluke, and I use the Eagle Claw laser sharp 4/0 offset round bend worm hook.